Welcome back, everybody. This is YGOU University. I'm Kevin Knowles. I am joined by
Alex,
Jeremy,
and Bryce.
and this is going to be our last topic for this week, and it is win more cards. So cards that are like greedy. I mean, we were trying to think of a bunch before the topic, but things like, for my example, Ancient Leaf. Like, it's super greedy to play, doesn't have a whole lot of upside immediately, but it's like, if I'm winning, then I get to draw 2 cards kind of idea.
You gotta say in what deck you're playing it in.
Oh, Prank Kids. So, like, Dropsies, you gain life points when it's used. So you gain 1,000, so you go to 9,000. Then you use Ancient Leaf, and you get to draw 2 cards because you're over 9,000 life points. So it's like a card that doesn't immediately help the deck right away, but it's like, oh, I could play it, and like, but if I'm resolving a drop, like a Prank Kids effect, then generally, like, I'm already okay. Yeah, like I'm
You're already doing
executing
your
my
thing.
game plan.
Yeah.
I really don't need to draw 2 cards, but it's
Just like salt in the wound.
yeah.
So a win more card would be like a situational card where the situation is a game where you're already
already
where
winning.
you're already
yeah.
good.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't really need Ancient Leaf. It's not gonna add to my deck or the game plan. It's literally just like, oh, I drew it while I was going off, so I get to draw 2 cards.
Yeah, they're just like playable in situations where like you already are getting through to your game plan.
Yeah.
So like if you can't play it, it's because you're not in a position to play it, which means you're already in a bad position, which means it's not good.
They're
So,
bad top decks. Like
that
my big
too.
one, I played Car Curries for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And the big win more card that I liked, I mean, it was bad, but I played it for a little bit because I wanted to, was limiter removal. Because you have to have a fully established board, and you pretty much just have to go for game that turn or you lose your own board. It's like high risk, high reward, but like the deck already does what it does well enough. I didn't need limiter removal. It was just cool to see my one synchro be like nearly 6,000 attack.
And if you're behind, it's bad.
It's bad. If I top deck that when I'm behind, I'm like, well, extend the handshake. I guess I lose.
I like that one. That's a good one.
You'd say any equip spell in the game besides
Pretty much.
sacrifice.
I mean,
Or premium
yeah.
or some band cards.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Snatch Steal when they brought it back.
Mm.
That was a good idea.
Another good one was back in Frog Monarchs when the people actually ran like the legal version of Opposite Tormentor, because it was just you happen to get 3 dudes out and just he's huge and you can blow up your board. I guess that's cool, but
Like,
you'd rather just play a
sweet.
Monarch.
And you can't warn him.
You just needed
True.
one more water monster to set that up, right? With
Yeah.
your swap frog.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
you
I think so.
send-
'Cause you
Yeah,
should
it's like your
Reborn.
reborn treeborn, and then like normal swap, and then summon Ronin. Like
Yeah.
it was a little bit of an extra, like overextending, and then he's big, but I don't know. He doesn't seem like all that worth it because the whole point is the Monarchs are really good. They all do their own thing. It's just, I don't know. It didn't seem necessary.
I'd classify that as kind of like a bomb card where like if you're overextending to play it, you're doing it because you want you want it to make them quit.
Kinda.
Like if they have like in that format, you'd be like warning or something set, and like you can't respond to it summon, so you would just be like, well, I got these dudes out, slam him down. You got an out. Okay, let's go to the next one. You know.
Agreed.
It's a well-timed win more card.
Agreed. I think another one was like Soul Charge at 3. Like
I really like Soul Charge at 3.
I
don't
felt
want to
like
talk about those times.
it was just like those decks were doing well enough, and then you're just like, there's turns where it's just like, I guess I'll Soul Charge for 2,
Oh yeah.
and you're like already going off. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, what I like about Soul Charge at 3 is because you have to like budget your life points. 'Cause you might, I'm gonna Soul Charge, and then if he Soul Charges me, I'm gonna need some more life points to Soul Charge him back. You know,
Another win
weird
more card.
dynamic.
6 cents.
pretty
I
good
just
card.
felt like a win more card. Like, you're already pretty established, and then you're just like 6 cents, and they're like,
Even what you call on 6 cents could be
Okay.
way more. I think you should call like 3 and 4 in Dragon Rulers because you draw 3 or 4, you're still gonna win.
Oh,
But
for
if
sure.
You
Mill
5 or 6, you're like, this is great.
this is
Yeah.
awesome.
This is dragons. But
Yeah.
if you hit the 5 or 6 draw, you're like,
I just remember the only time
okay, I guess I'm
Cool.
gonna win anyway. You know. But if you know.
Return from a Different Dimension as well, another trap card.
It's pretty good. But,
Like you've already probably established like
The win.
a probably pretty good board, and then you're just like, yeah, here's more, and it's like, oh, okay. But if you like,
The mountain
you have,
just
you
got
have
taller.
to be like establishing a board already. Like if you, yeah,
cause if you have a crazy combo deck, the win more card is like really good because they could have like defensive cards, and you would like combo. Okay, I got rid of all their defenses. Play this to get my stuff back. Then I'm like back at square one. But like, your hand still has to be good enough for you to do
For
that
sure.
initial push.
Mhm.
Anyway,
100%. Any other that you can think of, Bryce? Was our expert change strike player?
Oh, well, I know I said accumulated fortune before. I don't really know if that'd be considered it though, because like it's just part of your game plan. Is drawing more cards. Like you have to burn them and you have to draw cards. So I don't know if it's. But I think
it's the downside of that one would be like that you have to commit more cards at the same time, kind of to make it work.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
got to be chain link 4 or higher.
Yeah.
So it's like,
it's not really that hard. But
no, it's
like,
not hard, but you're already like
It's just, like,
doing your
telling you
game
how to
plan
play the
already.
game.
It's not a card that you can just be like, hey, it's set. I'm going to play it right now.
Yeah.
Like, you have to actually work towards it.
I don't think it classifies as win more though. It's more
Borderline.
Like, I guess, but I think it's just like worse now because you can just play better draw cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's
you can,
yeah,
you can
that's
just play
why it
like
would be win more.
desires,
Mm-hmm.
and you can play.
Yeah,
the
it's
other, the other pot, whatever it's called.
Extravagance. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
playing
and
accumulated fortune
demise.
on top of all that draw stuff. It's just
Yeah.
not necessary anymore.
Yeah,
And like
it's like
extravagance
lose more
makes
almost.
yeah with extravagance the more draw cards you have like the kind of worse, right?
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be able to do like extravagance.
You can draw more draw
something
cards
else. I don't know.
and then
I'm
set less traps.
not sure how it works.
I don't know. I guess accumulated is better with extravagance because then you can just set it and then
Oh,
draw
yeah.
on their turn.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
For sure. That makes sense. I think the ultimate win more card is Exodia, right?
is it?
It's winning just enough.
Well, the decks that win with Exodia are like usually drawing like the whole thing. So you could probably figure out something that's like a 4-card combo. That's
That's what I mean. It's 5 dead cards in your deck, and you're just like, if I draw all 5, then you're done. But
I would never slander Exodia though.
Because it's gonna bite you back in the ass one day.
Only once is enough for you to be pissed for the rest of your life.
I can't even remember the last time
But you know what
I've
I mean?
been
Like, it's
Exodia.
not good by top decking of like just a random piece of Exodia. Terrible.
Hot garbage.
Hot garbage. But it's one of those decks where you like build a huge deck that it's like, I need to draw these 5 cards. Yeah, why don't you just play the Danger FTK where you just got to draw Light Barrier and the World or Cyberstein? Like there's a lot more of like, oh, I can
Yeah.
turbo into a better combo, but I decided to play this one that's 5 cards.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, okay. I guess you're just gonna win more then.
I think our producer Tam had a pretty good one earlier, which was great Shogun Sheen in 6 Samurai decks.
Hey, that's a good one.
Yeah, because you only get to play it when you already have shit on the field.
You have 2 or more 6 Samurais, and you're just like,
Yeah.
here's another one.
That might be the most win more deck.
6 Samurai?
Yeah, because
Mhm.
you have to connect the first dude and then you're like keys on and then
You do this motion.
your whole deck is gateway anyway. So
Yeah.
if you got that.
Is
That's an
Gateway
interesting
win more?
opinion. I think
Kinda.
every other samurai in your hand after you have the first one. with
Or
Gateway.
United.
That's yeah. United might be the most win more card in that deck. to be
Because you gotta
honest.
have you have to
Yeah.
summon 2 monsters already.
I mean, it holds
Beta, we're
counters. That's
calling
all we
you
care
out.
about.
But it's necessary because you have to go. You don't even need infinite tokens. United's trash. You
That's
heard
the
it here
That's the whole point.
They
is
You
that
heard
they-
it here
tokens.
first.
they can do they do stuff without Gateway. Gateway is legit just, hey, can I vomit half my deck or my whole deck?
One thing that comes up from infinite counters in that deck, at least though, is they'll do their first turn board, and then they'll leave up like the 12 billion counters that they
They
said they
attack
had.
for 12 billion.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
the next turn you're
just
done
dead.
For.
It's over.
Connect one to your head.
That's fair. Other than that, do you guys have any other ones?
Yes, Artifact Sanctum in Salmon
Specifically, in
Yes,
Salaman
because
Gates.
that card's good when you go first, but Salmon Greats is already good when you go first. So
Mhm.
it's you should play cards that are good when you go second, because that's when your deck would be weak.
How do you guys feel about evenly matched then?
In
I like it if you.
salaries?
I like it if
No, as
you
a win
pick,
more card.
Oh,
I think it's a viable game plan just to pick second with that card in your deck. I think
Yeah.
that's.
I think it's like
possible.
we're kind of skewing the difference of like win more and win condition. Like
I don't think it's a
'cause-
win condition though, but it's
in
like
the decks where you go second, you're like when you're thinking about your game plan, you're like, first I evenly them, and then they have
Yeah.
one card left, and I.
well, it's like back to
Yeah.
the example of like Exodia. Like yeah, it's 5 like dead cards on their own, but that is your win condition. Like it's not
True.
like win more when that's the point of your deck is to do that.
that's fair.
So I think evenly matched in like those going second decks is not really win more because that's your game plan is to break their board and then make your own.
So I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh right now doesn't have a whole lot of like win more cards in the meta right now. Like it's every deck is very like fine-toothed to a point where it's like, nope, this is the game plan and we're sticking to it and we're only playing cards that help us towards that game plan. There's
Yeah.
nothing that's
Actually, I think Morasco, when you were showing me your Salamangreat Great deck last week or 2 weeks ago, or last week, the one that's like Pot of Avarice.
Mole.
Yeah.
I think that would be considered a win
Yeah,
more
that
Mhm.
was teched because I thought since it was a structure deck that I would have to fight 5 of them, and then like if the game plan is outvalue them, then I might as well play that.
I think it's like
So
But I
think
did
it's-
take it-
I
I've
think
taken
fits
it
the
out since
definition
then.
though, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
only good after
For
you've
sure,
already
for
done
sure.
Yeah,
it.
it's
It's
like-
also only good if they're able to break your field.
like
Yeah.
every archetype seems to have like you have Thunder Dragons, Salamangreat, Subterra, like the big ones right now. They all have like a couple of monsters or a couple of just cards in general in the archetype that are just situationally good that would never really find a spot in your main deck.
beginning of the end.
I don't want to talk about that card.
What about boss
have to have
I think
monsters
that
in
card is
Dark
general?
Monster.
I think that
triggers
card
me.
is powerful enough if you're committed to it.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, it's still like
What about just like boss monsters in general?
For
Yeah.
example,
I don't know, BLS, Hydralander,
I like
Dark Arm Dragon.
Okay,
Dark Arm
rapid
Dragon's
fire.
hella.
so the entirety of the Burning
rapid
Abyss
fire
deck.
in the order you said. Rapid fire in the order said. BLS not worth it. Hydralander worth it.
Worth it,
because
but-
you mill in the thing.
Yeah,
Because
because
it
like
is more situational.
yeah,
And then Dark Armed is bad. But I think like decks like the Thunder Dragon deck that plays that spell card
Leviathan.
oh Melody,
to add Levianeer
Levianeer, and
the,
Diabolos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diabolos as a one of.
I feel like that's a
pretty
yeah.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think right now, like, going back, yeah. But there's not a whole lot of, like, I'm like trying to think of the decks I've played before, and there's not a whole lot. Maybe
Boss
Full
monsters
House
are in the extra deck.
was pretty good, but I feel like that was
Yeah,
just,
because that
like,
was super situational.
it was
But when
super
you but when
situational.
it went off,
But when you played it, it was like game
Yeah.
over.
What card?
Full House. It's like if they have like 3 face-up spell traps and 2 set spell traps,
The
you just
opposite.
or the
The
opposite,
opposite. 2
yeah,
face-up.
all the way
Always.
around.
Yeah.
That's not one more, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
like
that
they
would
have
be
to
like
have
the evenly matched of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
It's
they have
like,
to have
well, I don't wanna
exactly.
grind through all these back rows.
You just fucking win. You just
Heavy storm, you do.
But it's
Get
they have
outta
to have
here.
exactly 2 face-up and 3 sets.
right, but
You
you
can set it up.
But you
Well, I know.
contribute to it because
Yeah.
it's your face-up cards too. You
Oh,
can pick. You can
okay,
pick
You
so I
get
didn't
to
know
pick
that.
your cards.
So,
I didn't know
like,
that.
so like they tanky set 3 and you have a tanky up. You're just like,
It's like suck it, nerd.
You're like, bam, see you later. That's why it was real
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Because then
Yeah, that was
And it
Firefish
was in
format.
like you might
It was in the
you
side
might
deck.
tanky your
Yeah,
turn.
yeah.
Too, so
You might tanky on your turn, and then they activate their tanky, and you're just like,
"Ha!"
blow up mine, blow up yours, about to search, and blow up your back rows, and they're just
Mhm.
like, oh, well, that's not fun. And you're like, yep, probably not.
But even then, that was like
Memory of
a.
an adversary a win more card.
tell me that card's effect.
It's like
I forgot what that is.
it's like deprison, but you take the damage and then
Oh,
you summon
yeah.
it back on your end phase.
That was cool. I remember when Thunder King Raya was really popular and people did it for that.
Played it in Fire Fist because you take their bear,
Yeah.
and then you blow up their cards with their bear.
Yeah.
Oh, you get it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
You
get it. You
take it.
take
You
it.
take it
So you
from
take
them.
the damage,
And
and
then
then
just-
you take their monster.
I would say that if you're gonna put Deep Prison in your deck, you should put that card in your deck because you yoink that guy. It's just a little
Yeah.
better.
Yoink.
But
Thanks.
But again, these are like situational cards. They were
that's like a 3
good.
of in the OCG. I think I've told you about that. Card
They were
before.
good
It's just
in
a
the
trap
format
pretty
they were
stealer,
played.
dude.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
the
that
new
one?
one.
Um, that one.
I want to call it Kidnap, but I don't think that's.
I don't
the name
remember
of
what
it.
it's called, but yeah, it's the one where you just like, isn't it like you negate its effect and then you
Yeah.
take it?
Yeah. So
Like-
Widow Anchor in trap form.
Yeah. Gee,
I think it's negated till the
vanilla,
end phase too,
not
so, like, you
archetypal.
get it. Yeah.
Would Pot of Avarice be a win more card?
Yes, but But you like the world you're in. That's what I'm saying. Is a win more card is like you really like it when it works, but like
It's dead.
in an opening hand, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of them feel like situational draw cards.
Kinda.
United,
Yeah.
HLE, Pot of Avarice.
Yeah.
They're like the bomb cards.
They're like, yeah, they require setup, but like if you have the setup, it's good. But when you don't, because they stop you, or
They're
you
just garbage.
It's hard to say
they
because like
literally do nothing.
especially the Pot of Avarice, it's like you're preparing your deck to go into a later game. Like you're like if you just devote all your resources and all your deck building to like your turn one, like if you don't, if
Name
you
a
don't,
deck right now that wouldn't play Pot of Avarice.
A lot of them.
I feel like
Sky
the
Striker.
only that
What?
would be. I think
No,
that would be
they're
the
cards.
only
They're
deck- that
are
would
the
be
cards
only
Five
deck where they
monsters.
want-
monsters. Okay, yeah, Sky Striker.
They play 3 Pot of Avarice and Sky Striker in the OCG right now.
Yeah, because then
You can
just,
bring back your links.
Yeah, you do the
Oh,
fat. You
okay.
just fashion show. You just fashion show all
That's
over
true.
it.
That's true.
And Kagari's at 1.
I'm gonna go through all. Of,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through all of my links, and then I'm gonna Avarice
That's
draw
fair.
2, and then I'm gonna go through all of my links
I
again.
didn't even think about
Fashion
extra.
And
show.
it's a spell.
You're right.
Yep.
Hmm.
And at its worst, you
Guru,
like set
maybe?
it, blow it up with the field spell.
Guru wouldn't play it.
You would not play it in Guru.
Mm-mm.
No.
You don't put your dudes. And even you cycle in Cave Clash.
Would you play it in True Draco?
No.
No.
They already have one, like a mini Avarice,
Oh, yeah.
that you get to use once per turn.
Yeah, and if you
Balanced
blow it up,
mechanics.
it's even worse for you.
Balanced mechanics.
I hate that deck.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Anyways, any other win more cards? Any other opinions on it? I think we hit it pretty good.
Not
Draw
any like
cards.
current ones.
The extra dangers past Mothman. I think Mothman's the last reasonable danger to put in
Yeah.
your
So
deck.
like Dog, Choop,
I
I would
think
say-
like
Bigfoot.
one of the destroy ones.
Yeah.
Bird.
But yeah.
I would say like the older pot cards, like Dichotomy and
Dichotomy.
and
I forgot
Benevolence.
that card existed.
No, you just keep those in the not played garbage.
What about
Yeah,
like,
but like
even
they're
be
like
way
they're
more-
super situational, like recycle
It
draw
wouldn't
cards.
those wouldn't even be worth it in the good situation. I think those are.
Hey man, I thought about when I was
Does
playing
this skip your battle
ABCs.
phase? Dichotomy?
Yeah. When I was playing ABCs, I thought about playing Benevolence when they banished like all my busters or like all my A's or something. You should put that stuff back.
The a random win more card for ABC is the magnet reverse because
Yeah.
that's just one more layer of defense against like called by the grave. It's like it's exactly in your deck for, but it's good in other situations at least.
I think a lot of graveyard recursion or graveyard reliant cards are just one more.
Like
maybe
what?
maybe even like Monster Reborn.
But some of them are like matchup defining because like if you like like True King's Return and Will of the Salmon-Greats, since they happen every turn, like or every turn revival, like that could be your game plan against a deck that doesn't have that. Is you're just like, well, I have more garbage than you can handle.
Throw it at them.
You just keep bringing back that 18, they'll be scared.
the 18
sometimes.
Piercer?
But yeah, you do have to be in a good game state for that to work. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
You gotta have the link to do the soul charge. So it's like
No,
yeah,
actually.
But the
You don't?
other
Not for the first one. For like
yeah,
the Monster
first
Reborn one?
is
Nope.
Monster Reborn. The first effect on it is you just
The
bring
second
it back.
Soul
effect
charge
is
you do.
the second effect is you target it and then send Will back, and then you summon equal to the link rating.
Yeah, so if
So
you
yeah,
just leave
against
that dude on
Ethan-
board, you're just like every turn, I'm going to get a dude.
Yeah, against
Oh.
Ethan, I just left it up until the turn I
You go
figured
for
out he was
game.
dead. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, then I'm gonna sacrifice over 3 dudes. And then,
oh, it's just
Yeah.
a Monster Reborn.
Yeah.
That's what we're
Yeah,
saying.
every
Just
turn.
summon one from
Oh.
hand to grave.
Yeah.
And it's- you
that's
can
what
summon
I'm
the
talking
links.
about is- that's what I'm talking about
Why?
is since it's every turn. Oh,
It's so good.
But why?
I say, Lissa, don't run it. And they're crazy. It's so good.
I played 3 of it this week.
So
Or on Tuesday. It was really good. You just draw it in your hand. You like play one dude, they trap it.
Just makes your grind game insane.
You got me.
All right, I'm buying my 3rd structure deck.
I have
Good.
one for you.
All right, there we go.
It's a good deck.
Well, now there's 3 Salamangreat players.
That's what we were asking for. Good structure deck.
Mhm.
Has Ash Blossom in it.
What
There's
more
not-
could you want?
There is.
We're influencing
sold.
Konami as we speak.
Anyways, any other win more cards? I think right now
yeah.
we're in a good situation.
So I feel like lots of win more cards are like a lot really old. Like right now, we
Yeah.
don't really have any.
Yeah,
No.
agreed.
Post your favorite win more card in the comments down below.
Ooh, perfect. Yes, we want to hear about them. Mainly because I couldn't think of any more than just Ancient Leaf.
lame.
That's
though.
because I've been wanting to play it in prank kits. Like,
Is
for
left
weeks
arm
now.
offering a win more card, or is it just
Outside of grass decks, yes.
Yeah,
But when you play grass, the game is over. Most of the
I'll,
time.
I'll banish
Well,
my
I-
hand to mill 20 cards
Is it a
a
win
lot.
more though?
when
I
I
would say
dump
in the
like
other
3
decks,
snow in the
yeah,
grave.
'cause
No, it's
in
cool.
other decks, you're trying to do it for like soul charge or something.
What about in Gem Knights?
For Brilliant Fusion.
Well, then no,
You
because that
win.
would be a starter card.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
classify a starter
Yeah.
card as a win more.
yeah.
And then left arm just gets Ash Blossomed, and you're like,
And then you cry and you
That's
scoop
a-
it up into game 2.
But it's
That's why
not
Ash is powerful.
situational, so
It
I don't.
stops your starters.
Since it's not situational, because you always start with a hand that lets you be able to banish.
It is situational. I would say it's situational because your hand could already be good enough to do the combo.
You just
Without
dump as
it.
much as you can
But then
and then
you're
left
like,
arm.
whatever.
Bryce,
fuck
just play
this.
Pray to Play it.
The Predator Plant?
or both.
All right. So I think we'll wrap it up here. Please, like Alex was saying, please like, comment, subscribe, and tell us your favorite Win More card.
And subscribe on patreon.com/YGOU University.
Perfect. See you
Catch
next
you
week.
next time.